The importance of recollection, creating space for God in our lives. In our fast paced, noisy world, we rarely pause long enough to truly listen to God, to our inner selves, or to the quiet needs of our soul. Today, I invite you to rediscover the precious and powerful practice of recollection, especially as understood in Salesian spirituality. It is not just about being silent, it is about making space for God. The first point for our reflection today is, what is recollection in the Salesian tradition? Recollection is more than just calm or focus. St. Francis de Sales describes it as the gathering of our thoughts, feelings, and energies and gently bringing them back to the center where God dwells. It is intentional, loving, and deeply personal. It doesn't require monasteries or deserts. It fits right into your busy life, if only you choose it. The second point for our reflection today is why recollection matters, theological foundations. The core belief is simple and profound. God is already within us. St. Augustine said, "Go within. God is closer to you than you are to yourself." Recollection is our response to this truth. It's how we enter the inner sanctuary where God waits, not loudly, but quietly, patiently. The third point for our reflection today is Scripture, the call to the inner room. Jesus says in Matthew 6:6, "When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen." That room is not just a space, it is our heart, recollected and focused, free from distraction. There, God is not just found, He is encountered. The fourth point for our reflection today is St. Francis de Sales, a master of recollection. St. Francis de Sales lived in constant communion with God, even amidst duties as a bishop. St. Jayanti Chandal observed that he was almost always recollected, constantly turning his heart to God. He teaches us recollection isn't escaping life, it's bringing God into our life. The fifth point for our reflection today is 5 key Salesian practices for recollection. First of all, awareness of God's presence. Begin by realizing that God is always near in your work, your worries, your rest. Secondly, frequent elevations of the heart. Whisper short prayers through the day. Lord, I trust you. Jesus, I love you. This kind of prayers keep you grounded in God. Thirdly, interior silence. Choose quietness just for a moment. Hush the noise around and inside you and listen for God. Fourthly, examination of conscience. At day's end, reflect gently, where did I meet God? Where did I miss Him? This softens and tunes the heart. Fifthly, spiritual reading. A few lines from a good spiritual book, read slowly, can speak prayer and recollection. The sixth point for our reflection today is practical ways to recollect in daily life. First of all, schedule prayer time. Start and end your day, even with 5 minutes just for God. It resets your focus. Secondly, create a rule of life. A simple structure like prayer at meals or quiet time before bed helps keep your day anchored. Thirdly, find a quiet corner. A small prayer space or even a favorite chair can become your daily inner room. Fourthly, take spiritual pauses. In between work or chorus, take 10 seconds to breathe deeply and remember God is here. Fifthly, offer daily tasks to God. Washing dishes, walking, or driving can become sacred if offered with love. Sixthly, guard your thoughts and words. Avoid negativity or idle chatter. Keep your mind lifted and clean. It becomes a place where God is at home. Seventh, cultivate gratitude. Begin and end each day with thanksgiving. Gratitude opens the heart and makes space for graces. Seventh point for our reflection today is challenges to recollection and how to face them. First of all, distractions. Don't fight them. Just return gently, like a boat turning back to shore. God is not angry when you drift, He is waiting for your return. Secondly, busyness. Recollection doesn't need free time, it needs willingness. Even amid noise and work, a quick glance to heaven is enough. Thirdly, spiritual dryness. At times you won't feel God. That's okay. Keep showing up. Faithfulness is itself a form of prayer. Fourthly, fatigue. Be gentle with yourself. Recollection is not performance, it's presence. Even 1 minute with God is enough. The eighth point for our reflection today is the fruits of recollection. What happens when we practice recollection? We become more attentive to God's presence. We grow in love, peace, and clarity. Our day becomes a living prayer, our heart a tabernacle. With time, we move from visiting God to living with Him. He walks with us in the market, in the classroom, in the kitchen, or in the suffering. To conclude, accept the invitation. Recollection is not reserved for saints or mystics. It is God's invitation to each of us here and now. Let us say yes. Let's make space for Him. Not just on Sundays or retreats, but in our kitchens, workspaces, and hearts. In making room for God, we discover our true selves. Recollection, then, is not escape. It is encounter. Not withdrawal, it is communion. Let us begin today with a small pause, a deep breath, and a simple prayer. Lord, I am here. Stay with me. Live Jesus.